So, I want to talk about something for a few minutes. Listen, Black women, we have to be very careful and we have to make sure that we guard and protect our energy. I'm going to tell y'all something. Do not allow people to leave you with their emotional waste. You ever seen a fully grown person in a chaotic relationship and they know they're being lied to, they know their partner is stealing money from them, they know that their partner is, sleeping around or doing whatever, they know all this stuff, but they continue to take the person back no matter what they do. But in a moment when they're fed up, they want to call you and talk to you for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. And when they're done taking an emotional dump, they leave you with their emotional waste and they go right back to that chaotic situation. Or you ever met someone who hates their job, they feel like they're being mistreated, but they won't go look for another job. But whenever they get frustrated, you're the person they call. And when that happens to me, I'm like, okay, I don't even want to talk about my own job. Why do I want to hear about you complaining about your job that you choose to stay at every freaking day? So you have to get to the space where you don't let people do that. I'm literally at a point in my life where I cannot talk to people in my personal life about situations that they refuse to walk away from. I refuse to be more bothered about something than the person who's in the actual situation. Fuck that shit. Okay? Like I said, you're not going to leave me with your emotional waste that I have to try to clean up, and then I have to focus on the fact that my energy is drained while you bounce right on back. On top of that, you know what? That's no good for you. You're going right back. In the Bible, it talks about how a dog will return to his own vomit. And that's how some of these people are, Black women. So we have to be very careful. And I also feel like that way about certain situations that I see play out on social media. Now, don't get me wrong, because I know some of what I'm saying may sound a little bit harsh, but people who know me in my real life know that I actually have a big heart and I'm very compassionate, particularly when it comes to Black women and Black children. So I don't like to see anyone, even if a person is not a Black woman or a Black child, I don't like to see anyone in a situation where they're going through distress or where they're being hurt in some type of way. Okay? What I'm saying, though, is if people are choosing to stay in those situations and they're fully grown adults, I have nothing to say. Because I can't make you leave something that you obviously don't want to leave. And that's how I'm honestly starting to feel about the Black women who choose to consistently sit in spaces with these Black men who spew this vile, hateful rhetoric on YouTube. It's like, if you go into a chat and every time you go into the chat you're being cussed out and you're being disrespected, why would you take yourself back there? If you're being disrespected anytime you make a comment on certain channels, why would you continue to comment on those channels? Why would you go on the panels over and over and over and over and over again? To me, that suggests that that person enjoys the way that they're being treated, or they are in a mental and emotional space where they think that behavior is normal, and that person has not done the work that they need to do to understand that that's unhealthy and to figure out why they're gravitating towards what's unhealthy. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a lot of these guys' channels I don't watch anymore. I can be respectful enough to say, okay, I disagree, so I'm just not going to be in your space. But to the Black women who choose to be in those spaces, If you go in those spaces and you get your feelings hurt and you're a fully grown woman and you've heard these niggas talk about how they feel about us over and over and over and over and over again, and you still took yourself into that space, I'm sorry that you were treated poorly, but I'm more sorry that you don't value yourself enough to know that that's not a space you need to be in. And I feel like more of us who are really focused on our self-care have to protect our energy, because what I don't want to see happen and what I feel like might be happening, I don't want to see Black women only coming to divestment because they're angry with Black men. Do you know what I'm saying? We really want to make it clear that this message is not about any group of men, and really any group of women other than Black women. This message is about learning how to put your physical, emotional, and mental well-being first as a Black woman. It's about focusing on your self-care. It's about doing the work to heal any parts of your life that are broken. And when you do that and you exist in this world as a person who is mentally, emotionally, and physically whole, guess what? You will attract like-minded people, whether it's for friendships, job opportunities, or relationship opportunities. And I think we really need to make it clear, because I don't want to see these situations where a woman gets her feelings hurt in somebody's comment section, and so she comes over to divestment, because guess what's going to happen? Once her feelings are no longer hurt, she's going to go back to where she came from. But in the meantime, the women in these divested spaces have poured energy into women who weren't really ready for the message anyway. All right. So I just wanted to share my thoughts. I hope y'all are having a good day. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. All right.